The wind howled across the dead land. The sky above was red and cracked like burning glass. Once this world had life. Now only broken ships and metal bones remained. This place was forgotten, lost after the last great war. No one came here except scavengers. Cole was one of them. A lone human with rough hands, a dusty jacket, and a heart that had grown cold. He wasn't a hero. He wasn't a soldier. He just wanted to survive. His boots crunched over burned soil as he walked through a ship. Graveyard. Most of the wrecks had already been picked clean, but today, something felt different. He stopped beside a deep crater. Inside it, half buried and cracked open, was a small escape pod. The door was stuck. Cole pulled out his torch and cut through the metal. As the hatch fell open with a thud, heat escaped. Not just heat, a sound. A weak groan. He jumped back, surprised. Two bodies lay inside. Thin, pale, trembling. Aliens, but not ones he recognized. They had soft skin with a faint glow, long silver hair covered in dust, and sharp, elegant features. One of them opened her eyes bright violet, full of fear. She tried to speak, but no words came out. Her lips were cracked. The other one didn't move at all. Damn, Cole muttered. He looked around. He could leave. This wasn't his problem. But something inside him, something buried deep, said no. He pulled the sisters out, one at a time. They were light. Too light, starving. Cole slung them over his shoulders and walked back to his shelter. His shelter was nothing fancy. Just a reinforced cargo container half buried under rock. Inside it was warm, at least compared to outside. He placed them on an old mattress and grabbed his last food rations, 2 protein bars and half a bottle of water. He knelt beside the awake one. "Eat," he said, breaking a piece off and holding it near her mouth. She stared at him, unsure. "I'm not gonna hurt you," he added. Slowly, carefully, she opened her mouth. She took the piece and chewed like she hadn't eaten in weeks. He helped the other one too, though she was still unconscious. He gave them small sips of water, just enough. Hours passed. Night fell. Cole sat in the corner, rifle nearby, watching. "Them, who are you?" he whispered, but there was no answer. He didn't sleep much. In the middle of the night, something woke him. It was a whisper. A soft voice. He opened his eyes and found the violet-eyed sister kneeling beside him. She was shaking, but her voice was clear now. "Thank you," she said. Cole sat up. "You're welcome. You're safe here." She leaned closer, eyes wide. "No safe, not here, not now. What do you mean?" She turned and looked at the mattress. The other sister was gone. Cole jumped up. He grabbed his rifle and scanned the dark. "Where is she?" The alien girl pointed toward the door. "Outside. Watching." Cole rushed out. The night was colder than before. A soft fog rolled through the broken ships. His eyes scanned left, right, then he saw her. The second sister, now standing tall, awake, and holding his plasma rifle. She was aiming it toward the horizon. "Hey!" Cole shouted. "Put that down." She didn't move, just raised one finger to her lips. A second later, Cole heard it too. Low growling. Movement in the wreckage. They weren't alone. The girl turned to him. "They come for us, bad ones. You helped us, now we help you." Cole's heart pounded. He tightened his grip on the rifle. This wasn't just about food anymore. Cole never thought he'd wake up with a weapon pointed at his head. But that's exactly what happened. The silver-haired alien Liza stood over him at dawn, his plasma rifle steady in her arms. Her eyes, cold and sharp, showed no fear. Her lips moved slowly. "You move," she said. "You die." Cole didn't move. His heart beat like thunder. "This is how you thank me?" he asked calmly. From the corner, Nyari, the sister he'd helped first, cried out weakly, "No, don't hurt him." Liza didn't lower the gun. But she hesitated. "You fed us," she said flatly. But you could be trapped. I'm not with anyone, Cole replied. I live alone. If I wanted to sell you, you'd be gone by now. Silence. Then finally she lowered the gun. I believe you. For now. The tension stayed thick. Cole cooked some old ration cubes. Not tasty but enough. Nairi ate with small bites. Liza didn't eat. She kept watch, scanning every shadow. Who's after you? Cole asked. Nyar. I looked at Liza, unsure if she could speak. Liza finally said, We escaped. From the core rings, we are property. Weapons, Cole frowned. Weapons? Nyari nodded. They changed us. Made us stronger, sharper, smarter, then tried to sell us. And you ran. Yes, our ship crashed here, Nyari whispered. Cole looked down at the rifle she had taken. The safety was still on. She never planned to shoot him, not unless she had to. Later, while Cole repaired the old signal scanner, Nyari sat beside him. Why? Did you help us? She asked. He didn't answer right away. I guess I saw someone worth saving. No one ever sees us like that, she said, almost smiling. Except each other. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a small metal chip. This has data, dangerous data. If wrong hands get it, people die. Big people. Cole raised an eyebrow. You're just carrying that around? She nodded. We were supposed to deliver it, but after what they did to us. Neri didn't finish the sentence. That night, as Cole laid on his makeshift bed, Nyari crawled closer. She looked nervous. We need to ask you something. He turned his head. What? If we stay here, it will bring danger. Death maybe. He nodded slowly. I figured, but if we go, we die out there. Someone will find us, finish what they started. Cole sat up. What do you want from me? Nairi's voice trembled. Promise, when time comes, you won't leave us. Even if it means your death. Cole didn't speak. He looked at her scared eyes. Her bruised arms. The quiet strength in her voice. I promise. The promise changed everything. The next morning, the scanner picked up a signal. Not good, a drone. Military grade. Flying low, scanning the surface. Not human-made. Cole shut off all power. Covered the heat vents. Grabbed his rifle and handed it to Liza. She didn't say thanks. Just took it and nodded. They waited in silence. The air was thick, tense. The drone passed over. Then turned back. Red light flickered across the wrecks. Cole's shelter wasn't hidden enough. The signal locked. Run! Liza shouted. They bolted into the tunnels under the wreckage. In the dark, with footsteps echoing behind them, Nyari whispered to Cole, The deal you made. Yes? She leaned close. It already began. The tunnel echoed with silence. Not the kind of silence that meant peace. The kind that meant something was watching. Cole's back was against the cold rock wall. Liza crouched near him, rifle raised. Nyari was breathing fast, holding Cole's arm tightly. What was that sound? Nyari whispered. Cole didn't answer. He'd heard it too, a low metallic click. Like claws on steel. Suddenly SCR-EEEC. A robotic screamer tore around the corner. A tall metal hunter, black armor covered in glowing red veins, its head twisting unnaturally, scanning every inch of the cave. Not just a drone. This one was built to kill and retrieve, and it had their scent. Move! Liza shouted. Cole grabbed Nairi's hand and they ran. The cave twisted in all directions, and the hunter was faster. Much faster. Its feet didn't touch the ground. It hovered, its blades slicing sparks from the walls as it chased them through the dark. Cole dropped a plasma mine behind them. It exploded. Boom! The cave shook, dust fell, but it didn't stop the hunter. Liza turned and fired. Her shots bounced off its armor. We can't outrun it. Cole yelled. Liza tossed him a strange device. Use this. What is it? Your best chance. Cole activated the device. A flash of blue light burst around them. The tunnel wall bent. A temporary fold in space, a Solari tech trick. They stepped through and fell into a hidden chamber. The wall sealed behind them just as the hunter crashed into it with a deafening slam. For now, they were safe, breathing heavy. Cole stood up and looked around. The chamber was ancient alien ruins long buried under the wreckage. Faded symbols lined the walls. A soft light pulsed from the ceiling. Liza collapsed to her knees. She's bleeding, Nyari said. A long gash ran down Liz's side. She had taken the hit meant for Cole. He knelt beside her. Why didn't you dodge it? She looked at him with tired eyes. You fed us, she said. You protected us. I'm just returning it. As Nyari tended to her sister, Cole explored the chamber. On one wall, he found a glowing panel. When he touched it, a message appeared written in the Solari language. Nyari walked over and read it aloud. It says, "Here rests the price of mercy." What does that mean? Cole asked. She looked at him. It means, this place wasn't built for war. It was built for those who wanted peace, those who were punished for it. Liza coughed. They'll come back. The hunter isn't done. Cole clenched his fists. I'm tired of running. He got to work. He turned the chamber into a trap, using Solari tools, old human tech, and his scavenger skills. He built something fast and dangerous. Trip wires, light shields, plasma blades triggered by movement. And one deadly trick he reprogrammed. The wall folding device to trap the hunter inside the chamber if timed right. This might kill it, he said. Liza looked up. Or kill us, Cole smiled. Not planning to die yet. The next night, they heard it coming. The chamber door shook, then burst open. The hunter floated. Inside. It scanned the room. Cole didn't move. It lunged forward, triggering the trap. Slam. The chamber folded shut behind it. Locked. Inside the fold, everything froze. The hunter was trapped in stasis forever, or until the device failed. Silence returned. Real silence this time. Liza stared at Cole. You risked everything, he shrugged. I told you. I'm not leaving you behind. Nyari walked up beside him and handed him the small chip from before. You should know something, she said softly. This chip you're protecting. It's not just data. It's a list of every Solari weapon lab. If the right people get it, this war ends. And the wrong people, they'll restart it. Cole held the chip in his hand. He looked at the two alien sisters, one bruised, one bleeding, both beautiful, both more human than most humans he knew. Then we make sure it goes to the right hands, he said, but far above them, on the edge of orbit. A ship had arrived, with orders to retrieve the sisters, dead or alive. Asterisk. The stars above were no longer safe. In the still silence of night, a silver shadow moved across the sky. A ship, sleek, silent, deadly. It didn't broadcast a name. It didn't ask questions. It had only one mission: find the sisters. Kill anyone protecting them. Retrieve the chip. Down below, inside the hidden cave, Liza suddenly woke up, eyes wide, heart pounding. They're here, she whispered. Cole sat up. Who? Liza didn't answer. She didn't need to. They packed fast. Muina why? I held the chip close to her chest. Cole wrapped rations and old tools in a bag. Liza strapped her arm and winced, still injured, but refusing to slow down. As they climbed out of the tunnels and back into the open desert, a strange calm settled over them. Then Nyari spoke. We need to tell him. Liza's jaw tightened. No. He has a right to know. Cole looked between them. Tell me what? Nyari walked up to him, eyes full of pain and guilt. There's something about the chip. And about us. They stopped under the remains of a broken satellite dish. Wind howled through the metal bones. It was here the truth came out. We weren't just lab experiments. Nyari said. We were created. Created how? Cole asked. Designed, Liza said quietly. Cloned. From Solari royal bloodlines. Enhanced. Trained from childhood to be perfect warriors. But that's not all, Nyari added. The chip. It doesn't just contain lab locations. It contains our blueprints, Liza finished. Everything that makes us what we are. Cole's eyes narrowed. You mean someone could make more of you? Nyari nodded slowly. Thousands more, loyal, deadly, programmable. Cole turned away. His heart was racing. Everything suddenly made sense. Why they were being hunted. Why the enemy wanted the chip. Why they were willing to burn worlds to get it. You lied to me, he said. Nyar. I stepped forward. We didn't mean to, we just didn't want to be seen as weapons again. Cole looked at her. She was trembling, not because of fear. Because she didn't want to lose him. I didn't help you because you were Solari, he said. Or because you were special. I helped you because no one else would. Lisa's voice cracked. Do you still mean that? He turned around and gave a tired smile. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. They walked toward the western cliffs where Cole had stashed an old scout ship under rocks years ago. Halfway there, the sky turned red. A gunship broke through the clouds. It hovered low and released a squad of dark armored hunters. Not robots this time, real soldiers. The sisters froze. Cole didn't. We split up, he said quickly. I'll lead them away. You two get to the ship. No. Nyari shouted. You promised you wouldn't leave us. Liza reminded him. He looked at them, firm but kind. I'm not leaving. I'm buying time. He kissed Nyari's forehead, handed Liza a beacon flare, and ran toward the wreck shouting, firing into the air, drawing the enemy toward him. The sisters watched him vanish behind fire and dust. In the distance, Cole ducked. Behind metal, heart pounding, blaster fire lit up the night. He was alone, but not afraid, because now he knew the truth, and he was ready to die for it. Back at the hidden scout ship, Liza activated the flare and began powering up the dusty engines. Nyar. I clutched the chip and looked at the stars above. If he doesn't come back, she whispered. Liza finished the sentence. We burn the sky. Blood ran down his arm, but Cole didn't stop running. Explosions lit the ruins behind him. Dust, metal, and fire swallowed everything. He had no backup. No escape, no plan. But he had something the enemy didn't expect. A reason to fight. 2 gunships circled overhead. Drones scanned the ground. Black armored soldiers dropped from the sky like shadows with rifles. They weren't here to ask questions. They were here to clean up. Cole ducked under twisted beams, heart hammering. One soldier spotted him, target sighted. Cole spun and fired. Plasma bolts cracked through the air. One enemy fell. Another ducked. He kept moving, not to survive, but to buy time. Back at the ship, Liza stood at the loading ramp with her rifle. Smoke. In the distance, gunfire. Cole was still out there. I held the chip tightly. Her fingers were shaking. We can't leave him, she said. Liza didn't answer. Her eyes were locked on the burning sky. Liza. Still silent. Then Liza turned. We're going. What? Not away from him, she said, climbing into the pilot's seat. To him. Cole reached an old reactor tower. His last hiding place. He slid behind a wall of broken fuel tanks and caught his breath. His body was bruised, his leg bleeding, his gun nearly out of charge. Still alive. He muttered. Then the sound came. Heavy boots. No talking. 10 soldiers, maybe more. 1 man, 1 weapon. No miracles, but Cole grinned. I've faced worse. He grabbed a flare, tied it to a broken drone, and launched it toward the sky. Red light filled the air. It wasn't a signal for help. It was a warning. He wasn't done yet. Then came the final rush. Soldiers closed in from all sides. Cole triggered the trap he'd set earlier, an old ship battery rigged to explode. Boom! The blast shook the ground. Metal rained down like angry stars. Cole ran through the chaos, tackled one enemy, grabbed his weapon, turned, and fired. Too many. He got hit. Once. Twice. He dropped to one knee. Another blast hit nearby. He fell back, coughing, vision blurry. A soldier approached slowly. Gun aimed. Helmet reflecting the fire. "This is the end," the soldier said. But before he could fire, crack, a shot rang out from the sky. The soldier dropped. Armor pierced. Cole blinked. A ship hovered above the scout ship. Liza stood in. The open hatch, rifle smoking. "Get in," she yelled. I rushed down the ramp and helped Cole inside. He was half-conscious, bleeding badly. "I thought I told you to leave." He groaned. "You did," Nyari said, smiling through tears. "We didn't listen." The ship rose into the air, dodging fire. Liza flew like a demon, twisting between wreckage, burning engines, and falling debris. But the enemy wasn't done. One of the gunships followed close, launching missiles. Cole, half awake, reached toward the console. "Use the pulse cannon, bottom switch." Nyari hit it. A wave of blue energy exploded from the ship, frying the drone and the gunship's controls. It spun out and crashed below. Silence. Then stars. They were clear. They had escaped. Inside the ship, Cole lay on the floor, breathing weakly. "You saved me," he whispered. Nyari nodded. "Now we're even." But Liza looked forward, voice cold. "No, now we're hunted." She turned toward Cole. "You still want to protect us?" Cole smiled, blood on his lips. "Even if it kills me." The stars looked peaceful, but peace is always a lie. When war is chasing you. Cole lay on the ship's cot, half-conscious, bandaged, and breathing shallow. Nyari sat beside him, holding his hand. Her eyes didn't blink. She hadn't slept since they took off. Across the ship, Liza stared at the nav screen. No signal. No safe zones. Just open space. Then a message popped up. "We see you." Liza froze. The signal was strong. Too clean to be a random broadcast. She opened it. A calm, synthetic voice spoke. "We are not your enemies. Turn over the genetic prototypes and the human. You will be rewarded beyond your dreams. You have 1 hour." Nyari walked over, eyes wide. "Who sent this?" Liza narrowed her eyes. "It's the Core Ring Council, the ones who made us. But they said he would be rewarded too. They're not lying." Cole woke up slowly, pain in every bone. He heard the last line of the message. "Rewarded? For what?" Liza looked at him directly. "They'll give you anything. A ship, money, a full pardon. Your own planet if you want. For what price?" He asked. "Us." Nyari spoke softer. "They want their creations back, alive or dead." Silence filled the cabin. Cole sat up, shaking slightly. "You're telling me I could finally have a way out? Real food? A home? No more hiding?" Liza looked away. "Yes." Nyari didn't move. She just whispered, "Would you do it?" Cole stood, walked to the console, pressed the reply button, and said nothing. His finger hovered over the mic. 1 second, 2, 3. Then he shut it off. "I'm not selling people," he said simply. "You're not selling," Liza snapped. "You're surviving." "They're monsters," Nyari added. "But they're offering you something you never had, freedom." "I already have." "Freedom," Cole said. "I chose to feed you. I chose to fight for you. I chose to stay when I could have run." Liza stared at him, silent. "You think freedom is a planet or money?" He said, "No, it's choosing who you are, and I already chose." Suddenly, red lights blinked across the control panel. The ship had been tracked. They were surrounded. "Prepare to be boarded," the voice said. But this time, It was different. It wasn't a warning. It was a promise. Liza turned to Cole. Then we die together. But Cole didn't answer. He was already grabbing his jacket. Not yet, he said. There's one more thing we can do. He opened the old escape hatch. Behind it, a pod he had modified years ago. It was fast, silent, and had one job: get away. He turned to the sisters. You're taking the chip. You're leaving. No, Nyari said. We're not leaving you, Liza growled, but Cole wasn't asking. I've spent my whole life running, hiding, staying low. He stepped back into the hallway. Let me do one thing right. The sisters stared at him. He smiled. I'll buy you one more chance. Then the doors closed. He was gone. The escape pod rocketed into the black sky, silent, small, and full of tears. Inside, Nari was crying. Not loud, not messy, just silent tears that refused to stop. Liza sat beside her, fists clenched, jaw tight, watching the stars blur past. Behind them, the ship, Cole's ship, was swallowed by light, surrounded. No way out. He stayed, Nyari whispered. Liza didn't speak. He stayed. So we could live. Back on the planet, Cole stood in the heart of the storm. Soldiers closed in from all sides. He had no weapon, no shield, just a torn jacket and tired eyes. The lead officer stepped forward. You gave them the pod. We tracked the launch. Cole smirked. Then go after them. We will, the officer said. But first, he raised his gun. Cole didn't flinch. A blinding flash, but not from the gun, from the sky. A long, glowing trail burned through the clouds. The officer turned, eyes wide. A second ship was coming. Fast, armed, angry. And piloted by someone who made a promise. The stolen Solari gunship fired twin lasers, clean, precise. Soldiers scattered. The officer screamed, retreat. But it was too late. The sisters had come back. The ship landed rough. The ramp dropped. Liza stormed out, weapons blazing. Nari followed, holding a plasma shield, stepping over rubble like a storm in soft skin. Cole laughed, bleeding and breathless. You came back? Liza shot down the last soldier and looked at him. You thought we'd let you be the only hero? Minutes later, they sat together near the ruins. Smoke drifted in the distance. The chip was safe. The enemy was gone, but nothing felt like victory. Cole stared at the horizon. So, now what? Liza sat beside him. The chip. It still needs to reach the rebellion. That was the mission. Nari nodded. We have a ship now. We have a path. But what about me? Cole asked. They looked at him, smiled. You fed us, Nari said. You fought for us. You stayed. Liza leaned closer. Now you come with us. Cole hesitated. He'd never left this system. Never flown beyond scrap fields and burnt skies. But looking at them now, two alien women who had once been hunted and broken, now standing tall and free, he knew his answer. All right, he said. Let's burn the stars. As the ship lifted off, a new message echoed across the galaxy. The chip had been copied, shared, delivered. Say LARI labs began shutting down. The war machines were being dismantled. Council lost control, and somewhere deep in the shadows, the bounty on Cole's head was quietly removed. Months later, on a quiet moon, far from the war, Cole sat in a garden. Real grass, real sunlight. Liza trained in the field, still sharp. Nari brought drinks, smiling. No more hiding. No more running. Just life. But then, a new signal blinked on their console. A distress call from another planet. Another voice. Another plea. Cole looked at the sisters. They already knew. He smiled. Let's go.